Here we go. Excuse me, sir. Do you want a book? Oh, there you are. Here's a book for you, sir.
What is this?
It's about to be happy.
You guys are the Hare Krishnas, right?
Yes.
Why don't you guys get a real job and make some real money? You know what? I'm gonna call the police.
But
Get out of here.
Oh, Krishna, please help me. And excuse me, sir. Would you like a book? Excuse me, sir. Would you like a book? He looks like an intelligent person.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
Excuse me, sir. Would you like a book?
Who's this blue man on your book, boy? I don't know who this is.
Do you know the ways of Jesus?
Only know the way to Halava.
Hallelujah, I'll help you. With the names of Jesus, you can be saved. Come on, hallelujah. Are you saved? Come on, let's go. Hallelujah.
Please, Krishna, help me. Excuse me, sir. Would you like a book? Excuse me. Would you like a book? Krishna. Who's this? It's Maya, baby. Krishna, help me! I can't do this. My mind is just giving me such a hard time. But Prabhupada wanted me to save these souls. Oh, please help me, Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, let me try again. I need something. What do I need? I need Utsahan. What do I need? Is that from Sri Ishopanishad? Nectar of Devotion? Reader's Digest? Yeah, that's the one. You're reading Prabhupada's books. Nice. Utsahan. We need Utsahan. Okay, here we go. Excuse me, sir. Would you like a book? Excuse me, sir. You look like a very nice man. Would you like a book? He takes the book. He opens the book. He gives a transcendental donation to me. The book is in his hand. Haribo! The book is in his hand. Another person comes and he is taking the book. The books are going out. The books are going out.
What's this, man?
Look at the smile on his face. He seems so happy. Everyone is feeling transcendental bliss.
Is this going to help me with my glutes?
It's going to help you so much, my friend.
All right.
But one thing you should understand, you are not the body.
All right. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Then another person comes. He takes the book. The books are going out. The books are going out. These are transcendental time bombs. Excuse me, sir.
What is that?
This is a nice book to make you happy. It will change your life. It changed my life.
Oh,
He takes the book. He looks at the book. He seems very happy.
For a long time about this book.
He's been looking for the Bhagavad Gita. Haribo! There's someone out there, some old granny. She has a miserable life, but you could change her life by distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. When the books go out, the cosmos shakes. Narada Muni is happy. Vaisheshika Prabhu is happy. Vijay is happy. He is happy. Everyone is happy. Haribo! Distribution Ki! Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtan Ki! Srila Prabhupada's books Ki!
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Jai Krishna Prabhu and all the other members of the Transcendental Book Distribution team. Sankirtan is a team effort, and Srila Prabhupada said that this movement will spread. It's a cultural revolution. So we're very happy to have the arts, because art, drama, music, painting, it is all part of the Transcendental Revolution. So, thank you very much. Round of applause for our Transcendental Sankirtan devotees. Thank you for showing up and doing what needs doing. Srila Prabhupada Ki! Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Sankirtan Movement Ki! Srila Prabhupada's Transcendental Book Distribution Ki! Nitai Gaur Premanande! Hare Krishna. Haribo. Thank you all very much. So now I would like to hand over to His Grace Vijay Prabhu, who is our book distribution minister on behalf of the GBC, and he will start with his talk, and then we're going to have some Maharajas who are supposed to show up pretty soon, and then the awards. His Grace Vijay Prabhu Ki! Hare Krishna.
Om Jnanatavadandasya Chakshurumalitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Kodavachalam Pangundang Hayate Grim Yat Kripata Raham Bande Sri Gurum Dinataranam Vanchakapativyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. As was shown in the drama, it's not easy to distribute Prabhupada's books. It can be quite difficult sometimes, but it can also be very sweet. Therefore, we have a book called The Nectar of Book Distribution. It's nectar, actually. Sometimes it's difficult. There's a verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sadhavo Hridayam Mayam, Sadhavo Hridayam Tvaham. Lord Shiva was asked to drink a ocean of poison, which is causing big problems throughout the three worlds, actually. It was the churning of the Mandara mountain. And it's described that the demigods, even Vishnu came and asked Shiva, please help us with this difficult. So he drank that poison, therefore he has this blue line. So book distribution can also be a little bit poisonous, difficult. But it becomes nectar if we stick it out. Just like this gentleman here, he was having difficulty distributing books, but what did he do? Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaur. We had to take shelter of Krishna, and Krishna, he helps. Book distribution is very mystical. Maybe having a hard time, people aren't taking books, but then you take shelter of Krishna and wonderful things start happening. So this verse that I quoted, it says that Lord Shiva, he says it's very common for devotees of the Lord to accept voluntary suffering to relieve the suffering of the people in general. What happened? Jai Pataka Swami? Jai Pataka Swami ki? Yeah. So, actually this is Sukadeva Goswami. He says, devotees of the Lord very commonly accept voluntary suffering to receive or to relieve the suffering of the people in general. And this is the highest method of worshiping Krishna. There's no higher method of worshiping Krishna than to go out and try to relieve the suffering of the people in general. So it's a very auspicious thing, and it becomes nectar if one sticks to it. Sometimes it's a little poisonous in the beginning, but then it becomes nectar. And in the in the Bhagavad Gita, it's stated that that which is like poison in the beginning, nectar in the end, is which mode? Huh? Mode of goodness. It's the mode of goodness. It's like poison in the beginning, nectar in the end. So this is the nature of the mode of goodness. But sometimes devotees are distributing books and they only experience the poison. They don't stick it out long enough to get the nectar. But I could tell you honestly, the most nectarian experiences I've ever had on this planet, in this life, have been on book distribution. So it's a wonderful activity. Why? Prabhupada says in one purport, 525, Bhagavad Gita, that the cause of all the suffering that people are experiencing is due to forgetfulness of Krishna. Actually, he says this twice in that one purport. So because people have forgotten Krishna, therefore people are suffering. So by book distribution, we're giving people an opportunity to remember Krishna. Because Srila Prabhupada, he is the most wonderful servant of Krishna. I was distributing books in Singapore just about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And I approached one Indian man. And he said, "No, I already have Bhagavad Gita." He had gotten a book a couple years earlier. He became a devotee. His name is Arjuna Das. He was at a massage parlor. He had some back problems. And while he was there getting a massage, his Brahmin thread was sticking out a little bit. And there was one Muslim man next to him. And he asked, "What is that?" He said, "Oh, that's a Brahmin thread. I'm a member of the Hare Krishna movement. I'm a Vaishnava, so we chant mantras on this thread." And he said, "Oh, really? Well, tell me more." He explained how if one serves God, one becomes purified. Even if one doesn't become purified, you get another chance. There's reincarnation. This is the kindness of God. So he went on, preaching Krishna consciousness. And the man said, "This is what you've told me is very interesting. Do you have a book?" And the devotee said, "Yes, I can get a book for you." But he said, "I only read Arabic." He said, "Oh, okay, well, let me see if I could find some friends that have an Arabic book." So he got his information, contact information, and he went on YouTube, Facebook, tried to find if there's anybody that has an Arabic Bhagavad Gita. He thought this would be the best book. So no one had one. Then I got to Satyanarayan Prabhu, who's sitting here, and he said, you know, we've translated it into Arabic, but we need $50,000 to print it. So this devotee, Arjuna, he is a very good friend of another devotee, Dinabandhu Prabhu. You're all probably familiar with Dinabandhu. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. His mark of being famous. So he knew a person in Dubai who's very wealthy, and he likes to help devotees. He's very generous, nice man. So he gave $50,000. Yeah, Haribo. He gave $50,000 to have the Arabic Bhagavad Gita printed. So now we're fast forwarding some time. It got printed. Now this devotee, Arjuna, he's visiting the LA temple. He lives in Dearborn, Michigan. That's where he met this Muslim man. He was visiting the LA temple, and he saw an Arabic Bhagavad Gita on the book table there outside the temple, the Sunday feast program. And he said, wow, they got it printed. This is fantastic. So he didn't just take one, he got about 5, because where he lives there's a lot of Muslims. So he took it home, and he called this gentleman up and said, you know, I have the Arabic Bhagavad Gita now. He said, oh, that's fantastic. So they got together, and he's very happy to have the Arabic Bhagavad Gita, and he says, take a picture of me. I'm gonna put this on social media. So he had a picture taken of him, went on social media, and he got so many Muslims criticizing him. You're gonna go to hell, you demon, you're following some other religion, and just on and on and on. So this devotee, Arjuna, decided to look on his Facebook and find out what the reaction is. And he was shocked to see all the negative posts about this. Then he got a call from this Muslim man, and he was very reluctant to pick up the phone, but he thought, I gotta pick it up. So he picked it up, and the Muslim man said, do you have any more Bhagavad Gitas? So many people are calling me, they're asking for the Bhagavad Gita. And the devotee's like, he's shocked. Like, how is that? I see so many negative. He said, that's right, they'll get over it. But so many people, he said, even there was one professor in London, he wants one. So many Muslims were asking for the Bhagavad Gita. So Srila Prabhupada is very happy to hear about the Muslim people getting Prabhupada's books. And what did Prabhupada say? Anybody who was distributing the books to the Arabic community, I take the dust from their feet and I put it on my head. This is Prabhupada speaking. I'll give you another amazing story, actually a couple of amazing stories. There was one lady in Australia who was in the shopping center, and one devotee is distributing books there. She's with her daughter, and she's showing, this devotee is showing the book to this lady. And as he's showing it to this lady, the mother of this daughter, the daughter is showing some uninterest. She's not interested. She says, Mom, come on, we're not interested. Let's go. She says, no. What he's saying about this book is very interesting. I'd like to read it. And then just a few seconds later, this lady comes up and grabs this lady and says, come on, you got to go. Let's hurry. And she stops and says, who are you? I want to read this book. Get away from me. It's probably some Christian lady, you know. So she was so determined to get the Bhagavad Gita. So much obstacles. Sometimes there's obstacles for us to distribute. Sometimes there's obstacles for people to get the books. So she got the book, and she was very happy. Okay. So another amazing thing happened. Again, Muslims. This man is walking in some shopping center, and he's got his boy, maybe 7 years old, and devotee stops the father and son and shows the book, and the man is showing a little bit of interest, but then he says, you know, we're Muslims, we can't take this book. So thanks anyway. But then the boy says, actually, Dad, I'd like to read it. What he said about this book is very interesting. I'd like to read it. And the father says, but son, we have another belief. We can't read this. But no, I want to read it. Well, you're not going to read it. Let's go. And the boy says to the father, I'm not leaving this spot until you get this book for me. He was so determined, you know. And he was just determined. He had that Muslim determination, you know. Utsaha, right? So the father he couldn't get him away. So he bought it. And he got the Bhagavad Gita in Arabic. So this is the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You want to hear another amazing story? Another Muslim story. They're coming out. Probably because Satyanarayana Prabhu was, it's coming off. Yeah. I was distributing books at a university, and this Muslim man comes to the table, and I show the book to him. What I usually do which is a nice way to distribute books, I show the pictures. Prabhupada put the pictures in the books for a reason. People are attracted to art, especially when there's a message. When there's a message in the art, people are especially attracted. So I do that. I show the pictures to people, and quite often they're attracted. Especially there's one picture that people buy the book for this one picture. The five senses, and the horses and the mind, the reins. People just love that book. Even one time, I was distributing books at a university, and I was speaking to one person. He said, "No, you gave me a book last year, and you know that picture of the five horses and the senses?" I said, "Yeah. I cut that picture out, and I pasted it on my wall next to my bed, so I know this is the situation." It's such a nice message. So I'm talking to this Muslim man, showing the pictures. He said, "Yeah, this is very interesting." He said, "But if I take this home, my parents are going to kill me." So I said, "Well, God is more important than your parents." And he was shocked to hear that. He had never heard such a thing. But then he thought about it and said, "Yeah, it's true. What's more important than God?" But then he said, "Still, I can't take it." So he goes on. The next day, he comes to the table, and he says, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you. You won't believe what happened last night. I'm sleeping, sound asleep, and I have a dream. And my family members, my mother, my father, my siblings, they're all angry with me, cruel, mean to me. And I'm like, what's this? Why is this? And then the Bhagavad Gita shows up in this dream, and it's glowing. And I said, "You see, God wants you to have this book." But still he was a little reluctant. I said, "You see, there's a difference between the mind and the heart. Your heart, the soul, wants to take this book. The problem is your mind. Don't listen to your mind." He said, "All right, I'll take it." So he took the book. So as I mentioned earlier, sometimes book distribution can be a little difficult. There's a verse in the Bhagavad Gita which I've found to be my favorite book, actually, in all of Prabhupada's books, for now. Labante Brahma Nirvana Risiksya Makamasa China Dvaiti Atapana Sarbuta Hiterita. That one who is free of the dualities that arise from doubt, whose mind is always engaged within, who is always busy acting for the welfare of others, and who is free of sin, such a person is already understood to be liberated. So that first statement that Krishna makes, one who is free of the dualities that arise from doubt. You know, as we know, this world is filled with dualities. Happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor, dishonor, acceptance, rejection. This is something that's most difficult to deal with on book distribution, is rejection. I was distributing books, or actually I was given a seminar in Russia to some Sankirtan devotees. And I was mentioning this, how it's sometimes difficult to accept rejection. And one of the Sankirtan devotees there said, I can't stand rejection. And it's not easy sometimes. The false ego doesn't like it. But actually, it's good. It's medicine. It's medicine. Because the false ego is a misunderstanding of who we are. Ego just means identity. So we have the false ego. We think we're this body. There's the real ego. I'm the soul. So if we approach people on that level of everybody being a soul, I'm a soul, Krishna's in control, and we have faith that Krishna's in control, then there's no anxiety. You're at peace. There's no anxiety. But if we have doubt, that's when the problems begin. When we have doubt that Krishna's in control. He's in control of everything. And he's trying to help us understand that he's in control. We're not in control. He's in control. Then Prabhupada says in the purport to this verse that the reason people are suffering is because they do not understand that Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. He is the proprietor, and he's the friend of all living entities. This is why people are suffering. So by giving people this knowledge, we're giving people an opportunity to become free of all their suffering. Nobody wants to suffer, but this world is filled with suffering. So we want, actually our goal, we have a big goal. The goal is to see everyone become happy. Sarva Sikhino Bhavantu. That's the mission of the Hare Krishna movement. It's a nice mission, huh? To see that everybody becomes happy. And it's a big challenge. Like sometimes when I distribute books, people, they ask me, why are you doing this? And I said, well, I got something nice. And it's helped me to become happy. So I want to share this with others to help them also become happy. And they say, all right, that sounds like a good cause. So, and that's what happens when people get Prabhupada's books. If they follow the process, they become happy. Yeah. As Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So this is the result of hearing about Krishna. So we should have faith that whatever Krishna arranges, it's good. And then the next line in this, Krishna says, that one whose mind is engaged within, always thinking of Krishna, always thinking of how to help the conditioned souls. And Srila Prabhupada says in this purport, this is the best welfare activity on the planet, because we're helping people understand who they are. So always within our mind, we're thinking how to help the conditioned souls. And Prabhupada said this is the best method of purification. We get purified by thinking in this way. And then Krishna says, always busy acting for the welfare of others. We should always be busy trying to help the conditioned souls, because this is what they're searching for. Everybody wants happiness, and they're going in different directions trying to find happiness, but they're looking in the wrong direction. Just like imagine you have you want to go to New Delhi. To go to New Delhi, you have to go west, a little bit northwest, right? So you're going northwest, and it's a little bit of a bumpy road. In India there's some bumpy roads, a little difficult sometimes. But then you see to the left there's a very nice road, very nice and smooth, and there's palm trees on each side, and there's nice rose bushes on each side. It just looks like a very smooth road. So the person thinks, well, that's a nicer road. Let me go that way. And he starts going that way, and it's a nice smooth road, and it's beautiful, fragrant with all the flowers, and so he's going down this road. But what's the problem? There's a problem. Huh? He's going the wrong way. What does that mean? If he's going the wrong way, what does that mean? He's got to backtrack. He's got to go the right way. So sometimes the path of bhakti, it's a little rough, a little difficult. Anybody ever have that experience? It can be a little difficult sometimes, right? And you may think, well, the path of sense gratification, it's much easier. There I get some, some sense pleasures, and no big austerities, and it's a nicer path. But there's a problem. You're going the wrong way. So this path of bhakti, it's a little rough sometimes, but as we continue, it gets sweeter and sweeter and sweeter, and it becomes just like nectar. So therefore we should continue on in this Krishna consciousness movement and try to help others as much as possible. And Satya Narayan Prabhu just reminded me of a nice thing that happened recently. In 2021, throughout the world, we distributed 6,000 Arabic books. That was only in December. Who knows how much more we did for the whole year. Last December, 2022, we doubled that. 12,000 Arabic books. So we know Prabhupada is pleased with that from the words he spoke. So many people need Prabhupada's books. So I beg you, please, spend some of your time distributing Prabhupada's books. If we have a lot of people doing a little, it becomes a lot. All right? Not everybody has to do a lot. But if we have a lot of people doing a little, it becomes a lot. And Krishna is pleased. So now, let's hear Srila Bhakti, Srila Jayapataka Swami speak. Thank you very much.
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swami Niti Namine
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Sannavadi
Aschatyadeshatarine
Shri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gada Bhaktivedanta
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Hare Namo Krishna.
Yadavaya Namaha.
Gopha Govindara.
Srimadhusudan.
Mokha Govindara.
Pangum Langayate Girim.
Yakti Pataran Vande.
Shri Guru Dinatarinam.
Paramananda Madhavam.
Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram.
Hari Om Tat Sat. How many here understand English?
How many here understand English?
Akola Jan Bangla Buzan. We have Suji Chandra here.
Devagoranga Prabhu's. Devagoranga Prabhu's. Sujitendra Prabhu is not here.
I can only I speak English. Someone who can translate.
Yeah. So I'm going to speak in English. Someone can translate into Bengali. Okay. That's my Prabhu's here.
I got
Yeah. We have someone. We have Rasmai Natana. Here.
So we heard a very nice class from Vijay Das on book distribution.
So we heard a very nice class from Vijay Das on book distribution.
তো আমরা বিজয়পুর থেকে খুব ভালো বুক ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন উপরে একটা ক্লাস শুনলাম
And it was filled with many examples of how Sankirtan pastimes.
It was filled with many examples of Sankirtan pastimes.
এখানে আমরা শুনলাম অনেকই উদাহরণ যেহেতু কিভাবে সংকীর্তন আন্দোলনকে তারা এগিয়ে নিয়ে গেছিলেন
He said that if many people distribute few books, it becomes a lot.
He said that if many people distribute even a few books, it becomes a lot.
তো যদি অনেক লোক কিছু কিছু বইও ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করলে অনেক হয়ে যাবে
That's why I'm speaking also in Bengali, because I want everybody to distribute some books.
That's why I'm also speaking in Bengali, because I want everybody to distribute some books.
সেই জন্য আমি বাংলাতেও বলছি যেহেতু সবাই কিছু কিছু বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করুন
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We heard how Krishna is the doer.
We heard how Krishna is the doer.
তো আমরা শুনেছি যে কৃষ্ণ কিভাবে সবকিছু করছেন
And so we can pray to Krishna to please empower us to carry out His will.
So we can pray to Krishna to please empower us to carry out His will.
তো আমরা ভগবান শ্রীকৃষ্ণকে প্রার্থনা করতে পারি যে হে ভগবান আপনি একটু আমাকে শক্তি দেন যেহেতু আপনার এই কাজটা আমি এগিয়ে নিয়ে যেতে পারি
Lord Chaitanya, I think every temple has Nitai Gaur and Lord Chaitanya.
I think every temple has Nitai Gaur or Lord Chaitanya.
তো আমরা দেখি যে আমার প্রত্যেক মন্দিরে চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু বা গৌর নিতাই আছেন
Here we have the Panchatattva.
Here we have the Panchatattva.
এখানে আমাদের পঞ্চতত্ত্ব আছেন
Nitai Gaur are there.
Nitai Gaur are there.
তো নিতাই গৌর আছেন মেন গেটে
So, Lord Chaitanya wants everybody to be happy.
Lord Chaitanya wants everybody to become happy.
তো চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু চাইছেন যে আমরা সবাই খুশি থাকি
And in the big Kirtan after the Chandkazi.
In the big Kirtan, which went up to the Chandkazi,
তো একটা বড় কীর্তন হয়েছিল যেটা চাঁদ কাজী অবধি গিয়েছিল।
a group of atheists are rejecting. I hate this.
there were a group of atheists who were rejecting. I hate this. I hate this.
তো অনেক নাস্তিকরা ছিলেন, সেই দলের লোক বলছিলেন না এটা আমরা পছন্দ করি না, আমি এটা হেট করি।
But when they saw Lord Chaitanya dancing and crying in ecstasy,
But when they saw Lord Chaitanya dancing and crying in ecstasy,
তো তারা যে সময় দেখেছে চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভু যে উদন নৃত্য করছেন, সেই সময় তারা দেখে
then their heart melted.
then their hearts melted.
তাদের হৃদয় গলে গেছে।
They raised their hands and started chanting, Haribo! Haribo!
They raised their hands and started chanting, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
তো তারা নিজের হাত তুলে তারা হরি বল হরি বল বলছিলেন।
I was during the pandemic, we couldn't go out, so we started to distribute books online.
During the pandemic, we couldn't go out, so we started to distribute books online.
তো এই করোনা মহামারীতে আমরা যেহেতু বাইরে যেতে পারিনি, সেই সময় আমরা অনলাইনতেই বুক ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন করতেছিলাম।
And so we're still doing that.
We are still doing that.
সেটা আমরা এখনো করছি।
Many people are taking books.
Many people are taking books.
অনেক লোক বই নিচ্ছে।
Kamlapati Sevare Maharaj, এইভাবে বই বিতরণ করে।
তো সেইভাবে কমলাপতি প্রভু আর হিজ হোলিনেস ভক্তি বিজয় ভাগবত মহারাজ অনেক বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করছেন।
So in this way, Kamalapati Prabhu and His Holiness Bhakti Vijay Bhagavat Maharaj have been distributing a lot of books.
Sometimes other people like to donate for some things.
Sometimes other people like to donate for some things.
তো অনেক সময় অনেক ভক্তরা তারা দান দিতে চায়।
So they get some donation for cows, TOVP.
So they get some donation for cows, for the TOVP.
তো তারা কিছু দান পায় এই গাভীদের জন্য বা টিওপি মন্দিরের জন্য।
But at the recent program I went to was that in Midnapur.
At the recent program that I went to in Midnapur,
তো এই কিছুদিন আগে আমি মেদিনীপুর গিয়েছিলাম, ওখানে একটা অনুষ্ঠানে।
Bhakti Vijay Bhagavat Swami, he used my friend and said, "You buy a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita and Maharaj will bless it."
and so Bhakti Vijay Bhagavata Maharaj, he took advantage of my presence and he said, "You buy a set of Chaitanya Charitamrita and Maharaj will bless it."
ও সেই সময় ভক্তি বিজয় ভাগবত মহারাজ এই সুযোগটা নিয়েছিলেন আর সবাইকে বলেন যে যারা চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত ভাগবত নেবেন সেটা গুরু মহারাজ থেকে আশীর্বাদ পাবেন।
How can I bless Chaitanya Charitamrita? I'm blessed.
How can I bless the Chaitanya Charitamrita? I am blessed by the Chaitanya Charitamrita.
তো আমি চৈতন্য চরিতামৃতকে কি করে আশীর্বাদ করতে পারি? আমি চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত দিয়ে নিজের আশীর্বাদ প্রাপ্ত করেছি।
So the Chaitanya Charitamrita are distributed.
How many Chaitanya Charitamrita are distributed? $53 sets of Chaitanya Charitamrita were distributed.
তো 53টা বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট হয়েছে চৈতন্য চরিতামৃতে।
So, of course, your Bhagavatam's sets are distributed also.
Of course, a few Bhagavatam sets were all distributed also, 18 of them.
18টা শ্রীমদ্ ভাগবত সেটও বিতরণ হয়েছে সেখানে।
So, like the Maharaj, he's always always thinking about how to distribute books.
Like that, Maharaj is always thinking about how to distribute books.
তো মহারাজ সব সময় চিন্তা করতে থাকেন যে কিভাবে বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করা যায়।
I like to hear the Sankirtan pastimes.
I like to hear the Sankirtan pastime.
তো এই সংকীর্তন আন্দোলন যে অনেক লীলা হয়েছে সেটা শুনতে আমার খুব ভালো লাগে।
I think that this is all modern day pastimes of Lord Chaitanya.
I think these are all the modern day pastimes of Lord Chaitanya.
তো আমি ভাবি যে এটা আধুনিক যুগের চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভুর এটা লীলা এইগুলো।
In Los Angeles, a Sankirtan devotee asked what they can do for me.
In Los Angeles, a Sankirtan devotee asked what they can do for me.
তো লস অ্যাঞ্জেলেসে ভক্তরা জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলেন যে এই সংকীর্তন আন্দোলন যে আমি কি করতে পারি।
I said, tell me one story a day of Sankirtan book distribution.
I told them, tell me one story a day of Sankirtan book distribution.
তো আমি সবাইকে বলেছি যে প্রতিদিন একটা করে কাহিনী সংকীর্তন আন্দোলনে আমাকে জানাবে। বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউশনে
That to me, since 2 years I couldn't travel so much, so they owe me a lot of days.
So since 2 years I could not travel, I could not travel for 2 years.
They owe me a lot of days. They owe me a lot of days.
Oh, so they owe me a lot of days of stories.
তো যেহেতু আমি 2 বছর ধরে যাত্রা করিনি তো সেই জন্য অনেক কাহিনী হয়ে গেছে এটা বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউশনে।
Kamlapati tells me some stories.
তো কমলাপতি প্রভু আমাকে কিছু কাহিনী বলেছেন।
We heard some nectar from Vijaya Prabhu.
তো আমরা বিজয় প্রভু থেকে কিছু আর কাহিনী শুনেছি।
Actually, by book distribution, we also made a Muslim devotee.
Actually, by book distribution, we also made a Muslim devotee.
তো বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন দ্বারা আমরা অনেক মুসলিমদেরকেও ভক্ত বানিয়েছি।
He was named Bhakta Muhammad.
He was named Bhakta Muhammad.
তো একজন ভক্ত ছিল তার নাম মোহাম্মদ ছিল।
We were doing a parikrama in Vidyanagar.
We were doing a parikrama in Vidyanagar.
তো আমরা বিদ্যানগরে পরিক্রমা করছিলাম।
Like 5,000 devotees all chit-chatting.
We were about 5,000 devotees.
Locals.
Oh, there were about 5,000 locals. They were all chit-chatting.
তো 5,000 লোক ছিল সেখানে, কিছু কথা বলছিলেন তারা।
I wanted them to be quiet.
We wanted them to be quiet.
তো আমরা সবাইকে চাইতেছিলাম যে তারা একটু শান্ত ভাবে থাকুক।
I just said, Bhakta Muhammad will now speak.
So I said, Bhakta Muhammad will now speak.
There was silence.
তো
And there was silence.
তো আমি সেখানে বলেছি এখন ভক্ত মোহাম্মদ কিছু বলবে, তো সবাই এখন শান্ত হয়ে গেছে, চুপ হয়ে গেছে।
Because after initiation, he got the name Maha Chaitanya.
Now after initiation, he got the name Maha Chaitanya.
তো দীক্ষার পর তার নাম হয়ে গেছে মহা চৈতন্য।
So anyway, here distribution is a bit different than other places. Here book distribution.
Here, book distribution is a little different than other places.
But I'll tell you one pastime.
But I'll tell you one pastime.
তো এখানে বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন একটা আলাদা, তো আমি একটা তার ঘটনা বিষয় বলি।
I thought of the devotee who owes me a story a day. She told me how she was at a gas station and she distributed one book.
This is a story from LA. This devotee who owes me a story told me that she was at a gas station and she gave out a book.
তো ওখানে লস অ্যাঞ্জেলসে এই ঘটনা আছে, সেখানে একজন ভক্ত সে কিভাবে একটা বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন করলো সেটা আমাকে জানালো।
She went to a gas station.
গ্যাস স্টেশনে সেখানে গিয়ে বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন হয়েছে।
They call here a petrol station.
They call here petrol station.
তো এখানে সেটা পেট্রোল পাম্প করে জানা হয়।
Anyway, I got the book and reading the book.
They got the book and they were reading the book.
তো তারা বই পেয়েছে আর সঙ্গে সঙ্গে তারা পড়তে চালু করে দিয়েছে।
A car drove up.
A car drove up.
Out the window, they shot him.
And out of the window they shot him.
Dead on the spot.
And he was dead on the spot.
Holding up the book.
Holding the book.
তো সেখানে সেই সময় একটা কার এসেছে আর জানলাটা খুলে সেই সময় অনেক গুলি মেরে দিয়েছে সেই মানুষকে যে বই নিয়ে পড়ছিল। তো সেখানেই তার মৃত্যু হয়ে গেছে অন স্পট।
Turned out he was a drug dealer.
It turned out that he was a drug dealer.
তো তারপরে জানা হলো যে সেই একটা ড্রাগ ব্যবসায় করছিল।
Bought Prabhupada's book, he was reading it and he died.
But he got Prabhupada's book, he was reading it and he died.
কিন্তু সেই প্রভুপাদের বই পেয়েছিল আর সেই সময় পড়ছিল, সেই সময় তার মৃত্যু হয়েছে।
What do you think of that, Vijay?
তো বিজয় প্রভু আপনি কি ভাবেন এর বিষয়ে?
Amazing, amazing.
So, this is Chaitanya's mercy.
This is Lord Chaitanya's mercy.
তো এইটা হচ্ছে চৈতন্য মহাপ্রভুর কৃপা।
In the Calcutta and the Howrah train station.
In Calcutta at the Howrah train station.
তো এটা কলকাতার ঘটনা আছে, সেখানে হাওড়া রেল স্টেশনে
someone was distributing books.
তো একজন বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করছিল।
A train employee, government worker, he bought a book.
A train employee, a government worker, he got the books.
তো একজন সরকারি কর্মচারী সেই বইটা পেয়েছে।
Indians know how government karmacharis that work very casually.
Indians know how the government karmacharis work very casually.
তো আমরা দেখি যে ভারতে যারা সরকারি পদে থাকে তারা একটু মানে অত সিরিয়াস ভাবে সেবা করে না, মানে একটু নড়াচড়া কম।
He sat there and read the whole book.
He sat there and read the whole book.
কিন্তু যাই হোক সেখানে বসে ওই সব পুরো বইটা পড়ে নিয়েছে।
I think Western countries they don't have the time. They're running here and there, but here he read the whole book.
Usually people don't have time. They're running here and there, but here he sat and read the whole book.
তো আমরা দেখি যে অনেক সময় মানুষের কাছে টাইম থাকে না, কিন্তু এখানে দেখছি যে সে পুরো টাইমটা দিয়ে ওই বইটা পড়ে নিয়েছে।
He said, "I'm convinced. I am convinced. I believe."
He said, "I'm convinced. I'm convinced. I believe."
তো হ্যাঁ, এখন আমার পুরো বিশ্বাস হয়ে গেছে, পুরো বিশ্বাস হয়ে গেছে, আমি এখন কনভিন্স হয়ে গেছি।
What can I do?
What can I do?
তো আমি কি করতে পারি?
You can join the temple.
You can join the temple.
তো আপনি মন্দির জয়েন করতে পারেন।
I have a wife. I have 4 kids. I have a paraplegic sister.
I have a wife. I have 4 kids. I have a sister. Paraplegic sister.
তো আমার স্ত্রী আছে, 4টা সন্তান আছে, আর আমার একজন বোন আছে যেটা ভালো সুস্থভাবে নেই।
Cows.
I have cows.
তো আমার গাভী আছে।
I should bring all that to the temple.
Should I bring all that to the temple?
তো আমি কি সবাইকে মন্দিরে নিয়ে আসবো?
So my president, what do they think? I have to think about this one.
What will the president think?
I believe, what can I do?
I believe, I do.
What can I do?
What can I do?
তো আমার পুরো বিশ্বাস হয়ে গেছে, আমি এখন কি করব?
I'll buy some more books.
Buy some more books.
তো আর কিছু বই নিয়ে যান।
Okay, I bought all the books.
How many do you have? I'll buy all the books.
তো
I believe, what can I do?
I believe, what can I do?
তো আমার বিশ্বাস হয়ে গেছে, আমি আর কি করি? তো উনি বললেন যে কত বই আছে আপনার কাছে, দিন সব বই দেন।
Be a life member.
Be a life member.
তো
How much is that?
How much is that?
তো বললেন যে আপনি একজন লাইফ মেম্বার হয়ে যান। তো বলছে কত টাকা?
I tell the price.
He told the price.
How I make a small miner. Can I pay over the next year or two? A little bit every month.
Can I pay over the next year or two?
তো আমি কি এটা নেক্সট বছর বা কিস্তি দিতে পারি লাইফ মেম্বার হওয়ার জন্য?
Anyway, you get the idea.
Anyway, you get the idea.
So, from book distribution, I realized that we had to do something. So we started down lot.
So for book distribution, I realized that we need to do something. So I started the Nama Hut.
তো আমি উপলব্ধি করেছি যে বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করার জন্য কিছু করতে হবে, তো সেই জন্য আমি নাম হট প্রচার চালু করেছি।
So we want people, as Vijay Prabhu said, be happy, and they should practice Krishna consciousness.
So we want people, as Vijay Prabhu said, to be happy and to practice Krishna consciousness.
তো আমরা চাই যে সবাই সুখী থাকুক আর এই কৃষ্ণ কনসিয়াস নিজের জীবনে পালন করুক, সেটা বিজয় প্রভু যেরকম বলেছেন।
Some they stay in their house, come to temple, they should read Prabhupada's books, they should practice Bhakti Yoga.
They can stay at home, they can come to the temple, read Prabhupada's books and practice Krishna consciousness.
তারা বাড়িতে থাকতে পারে, মন্দির আসতে পারে, আর প্রভুপাদের বই পড়ে নিজের জীবনে এই কৃষ্ণ কনসিয়াস পালন করতে পারে।
This is our business to distribute books.
This is our business to distribute books.
তো এটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের ব্যবসায়, বই ডিস্ট্রিবিউট করা।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
হরে কৃষ্ণ।
I have some good news for you, Maharaj, and devotees here, all the assembled devotees. In Sydney, Australia, there's a devotee, your disciple, Ganesham Govinda Prabhu. He's the president, and he said now there's 500 Bhakti Vriksha groups in Sydney, and they're building a temple now in Sydney by this.
Building the temple.
Yeah, they're going to knock down the old temple and build a new temple there. Okay, now it's a little late, so we're going to do the awards ceremony now. You can give out some of the gifts. So some of the devotees at certain temples aren't here, so there's other devotees that can come and receive the certificate and the awards. So this is awards from different temples in different continents in the world. So the first one is Kishimu, Kenya. And this temple, actually it's a small temple, and it's not easy to distribute books in Africa, but these devotees are determined. They did, this is the number 3 temple in Africa. with 11,084 book points. Yeah, Kishimu, Kenya. There's a devotee here from Africa, I believe, that can come. Srivas, is Srivas here? Srivas is coming. Srivas Prabhu is the temple president of Agra, the zone advisor for West Africa. Very wonderful devotee as well. Here, Prabhu, Prabhu, take a seat, please. Have a seat, because we have more for you. Here, this is for you. So number 2 in Africa with 12,499 book points, Durban, South Africa. Is anybody here from Durban, South Africa? Okay, Srivas. He's going to be distributing these all around Africa. Yeah. And number 1 in Africa with 14,000 book points, Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you. Now, South America. In 3rd place in Central and South America with 16,010 book points, Mexico City. And Navina Nirada Prabhu is going to go there soon, so he's going to accept the award. He's there, right? Where's Navina Nirada? He left? All right, I'll have to give it to him later. Number 2 in Central and South America with 29,534 book points, Guaramero, Mexico. I don't know what happened to Navina Nirada. Number 1 in South America with 48,035 book points, Buenos Aires, Argentina. Okay. Now this is Australasia. Number 3 in Australasia with 34,094 book points, Auckland Loft. Is anybody here from New Zealand? We'll get it to them. Number 2 in Australasia with 50,960 book points, Melbourne, Australia. And number 1, your godbrother, Ganesham Govinda, disciple of Jayapataka Swami, wonderful devotee. He's the temple president. Number 3, oh, excuse me. Oh no, actually I already gave it to them. I was just in Sydney recently, so I knew they're not going to be here, so I already gave it to them. So he already has the award. So this is Europe. Oh, they did 51,220. Actually, that was Sankirtan down. All right. Now, we're in Europe. Number 3 in Europe with 51,000 book points, Sankirtan, Dham, Italy. And this is the temple president of Villa Vrindavan, right? And your name again? Parabhakti Prabhu. Prabhu. Number 2 in Europe with 73,708 book points, London Soho. Number 1 in Europe with 78,499 book points, Bhaktivedanta Manor. There's another devotee here from the Manor. One of the actors. Is he here? Yeah, Jaya Krishna. Is he here? Where's Jaya Krishna? All right, you go. He's not here. You take. Take again. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Number 3 in USA with 219,891 book points, Los Angeles. Anybody here from LA? Okay. You're going to LA? Okay. But you don't live there. Okay, number 2. What's that? Yeah, bring this to them. Shruti Prabhu, disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Let me tell you a little something about Shruti. Shruti Prabhu, he went to South Africa when he was 19 years old. There was one devotee there, then he left, so he was the only person in this country. No devotees were there. He's there by himself, but he was determined. But somehow his mother was there also. She was on vacation, and he had to get a visa or something. So he went up to the top floor, and this was during apartheid. So the person in charge there, he told Shruti, I can throw you off this building right now, you know, because they were very demoniac. It was like apartheid. It was a very demoniac regime. So he told Shruti, I can throw you off this building. It was a 14-story building. So he said to this person, I don't think you want to do that because my mother, who was a lawyer in America, she's downstairs right now. And he waved at her, and he looked down and saw her waving at him. So they let him go. So he's a very adventurous devotee. Okay, let's give him a hand. Number 2 in USA with 250,546 book points, Atlanta Krishna Life. These devotees go out and they sell Srimad Bhagavatam sets to people that don't know anything about Krishna. Inconceivable. They set a new precedent, unheard of. I got inspired, so I did the same thing in Balboa Park in San Diego. I sold a Srimad Bhagavatam set to a person who knew nothing about Krishna, and it was really ecstatic. You know? This is the new incarnation of book distribution. Rameshwar Prabhu said. So, anybody here from Atlanta? I don't think so. I think they're all distributing books. Fired up, but we'll get it to them. Now for India. India is in their own category. Oh, actually, not yet. This is still America. This is the number 1 temple in the USA with 491,884 book points, Silicon Valley. Vaisesika Prabhu, he's just like completely fired up. He's the one that came up with that. A lot of people doing a little. becomes a lot. So he has a lot of people doing a little, and you see they're doing a lot. Huge. Now we're India. Number 3 in India and the world with 1,201,148 book points, Pune, India. Sarvalakshan Prabhu from Pune. From Pune? Sankirtan leader? Sankirtan leader from Pune. Sarvalakshana Prabhu. Thank you. Number 2 in India and the world with 1,327,507 book points, New Delhi, India. Madhusundar Prabhu. Mohan Rupa Prabhu is the temple president. Give him a garland as well, Mohan Rupa. And the prize as well. And now, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Number 1 in the world and India with 1,868,919 book points, Mayapur, India.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Khai! His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj Khai! Sankirtan Yajna Khai!
Who's the Sankirtan leader here? Besides, yeah, give it to Maharaj. Give it to Jack.
Maharaj is our Sankirtan leader. Under his inspiration, we do the book distribution. We are not only number 1, we will be only 1 in the future.
So we want to express our special gratitude to all the supporters of ISKCON Mayapur Sankirtan. We want to thank, as Brajavilas Prabhu said, we are a team here, we don't have leaders. We try to make so many Sankirtan leaders. We have many Sankirtan leaders in Mayapur. We have our Sankirtan division, we have our Namahata division, we have our Gita Prachar division, we have our youth preaching division, and all Mayapur preaching division, they are Sankirtan divisions. We want everybody in Mayapur to distribute books. And when we make new congregational devotees, we want them to distribute books as well. So this is a very good model. As you can see, it's a very successful model. We want to encourage all of you to adopt this model as well. So thank you so much to all the supporters of ISKCON Mayapur Sankirtan. We thank all the devotees of Mayapur who are distributing books. And thank you all of you to come and participate in this wonderful event. I wanted to take just a moment to thank Navina Nirada Prabhu for organizing this event, putting it on the we have also a team of Matajis who go to Calcutta and distribute books. We have a team of Matajis distributing books here on the campus. We want to thank them as well. I wanted to take just 1 minute to thank Navina Nirada Prabhu for organizing the event and putting it on the festival timeline. We have a plan that next year this festival will be one of the major events of Mayapur Gaura Purnima Festival. We're hoping that Vijay Krishna Prabhu will help us to do it. Vaisheshika Prabhu has committed. He will be here next year for this wonderful day. And we will be celebrating from morning till late night book distribution in ISKCON. So, Haribol.
And also, we have Mayapur Book Distribution Award on the 8th, right? On Gaur Purnima Day, we have Mayapur Book Distribution Award for all our Sankirtan warriors next to Gaur Purnima. Okay, next day of Gaur Purnima, we are going to celebrate a grand celebration for all those warriors who have tirelessly distributed Srila Prabhupada books.
Delhi always gives us a very competitive time. So you should see that Delhi only 300 points behind us. Very careful.
So the Mayapur devotees, they should be very careful. Delhi is just 300 points behind us. মায়াপুর ভক্তদেরকে অনেক সতর্ক থাকতে হবে দিল্লি শুধু 300 পয়েন্ট পিছনে আছে
So Maharaj said Delhi is only 300,000
points
300,000 points behind. Maharaj is saying be careful. I'm now itself making a deal with them. So I made him in Mayapur team. I took him in Mayapur now.
Mayapur was leader, Mayapur is leader, and Mayapur will always be leader.
Only with the support of Delhi. We can lead only with the support of Delhi, and we thank His Grace Mohan Rupa Prabhu for supporting us so that everybody is inspired to do book distribution. And you take inspiration from this festival, and everybody who is assembled here at least distribute one book today. Everybody should distribute one book today. Take a sankalpa, distribute one book.
You see, starting October, Mohan Rupa, he goes every Navhat, every Bhakti Riksha, every Ashray group, he asks them to commit how many books to distribute.
You see, starting from October, Mohan Rupa Prabhu, he goes to every Namhatta, every Bhakti Vriksha, every Ashray group and asks for their commitment, how many books you will distribute.
Haribo! His Grace Mohan Rupa Prabhu K. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj K.
It's all because of the mercy of Sultan Jayapataka Goswami Maharaj. Maharaj has always been encouraging us. He is the leader of the Sankirtan army, and all glories to Maharaj. And also from our side, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He is a driving force. He has been inspiring us. He has been pushing us all these years. So it's all His mercy and Maharaj's mercy and all the mercy of all the Vaishnavas. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Lastly, if you have not distributed books, at least you can buy a brick. So please remember, we have to open the Narsingadev temple by this year. Books are the basis and bricks is life. Thank you.
I just remind you that kind message. So book distribution is not completed. This Gaur Purnima time we are organizing Chaitanya Charitamrita Marathon. Those who are here, please participate. Guru Maharaj ki, Sankirtan Yajna ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki. তো যারা যারা এখানে মায়াপুরে আছেন, মায়াপুরে উৎসব দেখতে এসেছেন, চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত ম্যারাথন চলছে, আপনি অংশগ্রহণ করতে পারেন, একটা বই একটা চৈতন্য বিতরণ করতে পারেন। কমলাবতী, তো we are very grateful to Mayapur TV organizing all this program.